Okay, so now we're going to be reviewing the New Line Cinema Jason movies, which the first one is going to be Jason Goes to Hell, the final. Well, it used to say the final Friday, but of course this is not the last movie. This one is both the unrated and R-rated versions, and I've seen both. Um, so as most people know, new Paramount was basically New Line Cinema wanted to cross over Freddy and Jason because they're actually trying to make Freddy versus Jason for a while, and they're like, you know, it'd be cool if we took, New Line Cinema, if we took our famous villain Freddy Krueger, and we take one of the biggest villains from Paramount, Jason Voorhees. We could cross them over, and we can make, a modern day monster mashup. And I guess Paramount at the time was kind of sick of the series, because after a while it was making the money, but the quality, they weren't making that much. So and they're like, yeah, sure, you can have Jason, you can have his name and stuff and his image. So, and I think, yeah, Sean S. Cunningham agreed to do it because I think he produced these movies, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. So they're like, alright, so we got the rights, so what can we do? Because they're having a hard time making a script for Freddy vs. Jason, so they said, oh, let's make another Friday the 13th movie, which is not, I guess they didn't have the rights to the name Friday the 13th, so they just they call it Jason Goes to Hell. So they got a a young director to direct this, which that has nothing to do with with the quality of the movie. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is like one of the worst movies to me in the whole franchise. Like, I can watch parts 1 through 8. I mean, there's some crappy ones in there, like part 8, part 7, kind of, because of MPA cuts. But this one I just didn't like, and it follows Jason. He gets, at the beginning of the movie, there's a woman, she drives out to the cabin, you assume it's Crystal Lake, and she's taking a shower, and Jason comes in and starts chasing her. And then she goes outside, and Jason's surrounded by a SWAT team and is shot to death and blown up. And you find out that the woman was part of this sting operation to catch and kill Jason. So Jason dies at the beginning of this movie, and they take his body to the morgue. And once there, I guess his spirit possesses one of the coroners, and the coroner eats his heart, and then Jason's soul possesses his body. So when this happens, when that host dies, his Jason has to transfer his soul into a new body. Basically, it's like a body hopping movie, and it's like a I'm not a demon. It's like a possession movie. And I know it's a new idea and stuff, and I watched this movie a few times. I watched the unrated and the rated cut, and I just can't get into it. There's some cool death scenes in it, but I just don't like the concept of Jason's soul body hopping. And it follows, there's a character, a bounty hunter, who's going after Jason. He kind of reminds me of like Robert Shaw's character from Jaws, but he's like obsessed with Jason Voorhees. And he like he has some weird lines, funny lines, and he says like it's like teaching a kid like, I had put a hot dog through a donut hole or something like that. And then there's like one line that's taken from Jaws, but they kind of rewrite it, and he's like, if I find him, you can have his head, his mask or his machete, the whole damn thing, or something like that. So he's going around just trying to catch Jason just to get money and fame. Then there's this waitress who you find out is Jason's half sister. She's her daughter is having some family trouble with her boyfriend. They have a baby together, and I forgot exactly what happened to cause that, but he's trying to come back and connect with her, and she's like, the mother, I forgot her name, something Voorhees. She's like, yeah, come out to my house and we'll talk about what's going on. Well, the body Jason possessed, the guy comes out there and kills her, and then the guy, one who wants to talk to his girlfriend, he's trying to get back to his girlfriend. I'm trying to find his name. He, since he was there, he gets pinned for the crime as like he killed her, but he didn't. So he gets sent to jail, and he's in there next by Creighton Duke, and then Creighton's like, well, I will help you if you help me, and then Jason possesses that guy's body dies, so Jason possesses another guy's body, which is the girlfriend's new boyfriend, and he starts going around, starts killing people, and he kills a bunch of people in this police station, and is really freaking violent. Like, he's like freaking taking people and smashing their heads against the walls and stuff. It's like really gory and really violent. And that's what I liked about this movie, was the gore scenes and the violence. There's like one scene in particular where this couple is having sex in a tent, and Jason like comes through and he stabs the woman like with the spear, and he goes, lifts up and like cuts her in half. Like, she really like goes like that. There, of course, the police station scene. It kind of reminds me of like the shootout scene in I think Maniac Cop 2 and Terminator 2. And yeah, that was pretty violent. Like, Jason just throwing people around, bashing their heads, and this. It's not like Jason. I'm just gonna call it Jason because it's his soul and someone else's body, just bashing people's head against the wall. There's a scene where he goes into one of the people he possessed. They go into a diner. Let's just start killing everybody in there. Like, one guy gets thrown into a fryer, and like his face gets burned up. There's like this one woman, she was really annoying. I remember her name. Her name was Joey. She was really annoying, and then Jason like comes in, sits her and hits her in the mouth, and then like her mouth literally like pops in, breaks in like that. And then one girl I know, she gets stabbed with something. She was like one of the nice girls. I think her name was Vicky. Yeah, so Jason's like trying to steal this baby because basically he needs a vessel. He needs to enter a body of another Voorhees in order to be reborn. So he tries to use the baby to do it. But they meet back up at the Voorhees house, which I didn't know. They had a house, and they had a nice looking house, but now, I mean, it looks like a freaking rundown mansion now. But there's a little reference to Evil Dead, because like one time when they're going through the house, a guy finds the Necronomicon in there. But so he takes the babies to the Voorhees house, and then Creighton Duke and the couple, they show up there. And Jason, I guess when his host dies, like he's like a worm thing, and it goes down into the floorboards, and you see that Jason's half sister or stepsister's there. Yeah, half sister. And this is like a weird scene. She's like a corpse, okay? She's dead. And like her legs are spread open, and Jason's soul, whatever that is, goes up in there and then is reborn through her. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then, like, he jumps up through the floorboards, and then him and the main guys start getting into a fight. And then, he busts him up a bit, and then because there's like a sword that, they have to stab him with, which brings him back to hell. And the girl has that sword, and she stabs him, and I guess only a Voorhees can kill him, too. And I guess she's like the niece of Jason. So, she stabs him, and like his soul starts bursting out and stuff, and like these creatures come out of the ground and start dragging him down into hell. That's like one of the better scenes out of the movie, and they take him down there, and then after that, you see the Jason mask lying on the ground, and then you see a Freddy Krueger's claw pop up and then grab Jason's mask and drag it down into the ground. And you're like, oh, so they're going to be making Freddy vs. Jason soon, which never happened. It took them a few more, what was it, 10 more years until they made Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah, I know I didn't really like explain anything well, because I don't watch this movie that much. I don't like it, but like I said, I did like some of the gore scenes in it. Like basically, that was like the highlight for me. I didn't like the concept, and I'll admit, like out of the Friday the 13th movies, this one's like the most serious. Because it deals with the themes of, a broken family and them trying to get back together and stuff. So, yeah, that's my review.